Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to create user in Teachable and contact in HubSpot for Knorish course purchased. I want that whenever a new course is purchased in Knorish, by using the details of the person who have purchased the course, I want to create a new user in my Teachable account. And at last I also want to create a new contact in my HubSpot by using the same details. So how we are going to do this process automatically and effortlessly? To do so, we are going to use Pabbly Connect in order to integrate all these applications. So what we are going to do, we have Knorish in our trigger and Teachable and HubSpot in our action. So we will be connecting all of them by using Pabbly Connect in order to automate the entire process. And to learn the entire process step by step, let me take you all to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn that whenever a new course is purchased in Knorish, automatically by using the details of the person who have purchased the course, we want to create a new user in Teachable, and also by using the same details, we want to create a new contact in HubSpot. Okay, so in order to automate this entire process, we will create a workflow by using Pabbly Connect. And to create that workflow, we have to come on our browser and then we have to search for pabbly.com/connect, and when we do that, we will come on the landing page of this software. Here we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you have to click on sign up for free to create your free new account in just 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to explore this amazing software. Because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. And here, after coming on all apps section, we can find all the products offered by Pabbly. In order to create the workflow, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. And when we do that, we will come on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we can find all the workflows which we create. And to create a new workflow, we have to click on create workflow option given on right corner. So now a dialog box is appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide this workflow a suitable name. So let's provide this workflow a name as Knorish to Teachable to HubSpot. And after giving the name to the workflow, let's click on create. And when we do that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the basic principles on which the entire workflow of this automation runs. Here we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions. And also the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards the trigger. Okay, so let's start with the workflow. First of all, we have to select our trigger application, which will be Knorish. So let's select it. And our trigger event will be course purchased, because we want that whenever a new course is purchased, automatically by using the details of that particular course, a new user should be created in Teachable also. So for that, we will have to connect the Knorish account with Pabbly Connect. So therefore, we have to follow the instructions given over here, and we can find that a webhook URL is also provided to us. So what we are supposed to do, we have to go on the settings section of Knorish account, and then under integrations, we have to click on the Pabbly Connect tab. So let me tell you how we have to do that. First of all, let's copy this webhook URL, and now let me take you to my Knorish account. So this is the Knorish account, and now from the left side, we have to click on settings, and under that, we have to go on integrations. And after coming on integrations, we have to click on this Pabbly Connect tab given over here on top. And after selecting it, we have to scroll, and then we have to select the event which we want to use. So here in this workflow, we are going to use course purchased event. So therefore, we'll select it and we will paste the URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect here. After that, we have to click on test and save, and then click on OK. And here we can find that the webhook is set up. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here it is showing waiting for webhook response. That means now we have to do a test submission by purchasing the course from Knorish. So let us do that. Okay. And here this is the course from Knorish, which is named as Fundamentals of Yoga, and I am going to purchase this particular course for doing a test submission. Okay. So let's click on Fundamentals of Yoga. And after that, by scrolling, we have to click on enroll now. Okay, so we are going to do a test submission because I am working in a test mode here in order to just capture the response. Okay, so let's enter dummy details over here. I'm just working in test mode, so I can enter dummy details just to show you how the response is being captured. So let's start with a name. So let me enter a dummy name over here. Demo user. Let us also enter a dummy email. demo090@pabblytuts.com and a dummy phone number. And at last, let's click on submit and pay now. So let us select the images which it is asking. Click verify once there are none left. Select the images with a bus. Okay, so let us select images with bus. Click on verify, and now let's select the payment option. So I'm selecting for the card, And now here I will enter some dummy details of the card, okay, because I'm working in test mode. So let's enter a dummy card number, and let's enter a dummy expiry date also, and a random CVV. Click on pay now, and I am entering a dummy OTP. Click on submit. So here we can find that our payment is successful. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect and check whether we have received a response there or not. So here we can find that yes, we have received the response with the same details which we have entered while purchasing the course, okay? Name, email, and the contact number, okay? And the course name and the amount paid. Now let's move on to a next step, that is our action. So we want to create a new user in Teachable by using the same details. So for that, let's select our action application, which is Teachable. Select it, and now let's select our action event, which is create new user. Click on connect. And from the given options, let's select add new connection. And here we have to enter 3 details: email, password, and subdomain. So email and password are the login credentials of our Teachable account. So let's enter them first. So after entering the email and password, let's enter the subdomain. So from where we are going to find a subdomain, for that we have to go on the admin sections of our Teachable account, and then we have to go on the sites, and then in the domain section we will find the subdomain of our Teachable account, okay? So let me take you to my Teachable account, and here it is the admin section of Teachable. Let us go on sites from the left side, and then we have to click on domain. So here we can find that our domain name is given over here. So this will be our subdomain. So we'll copy it and we will simply paste it over here. Now let's click on save. So here we can find that Teachable account is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Now let's move on to a next step, that is entering the details which it is asking. So for that we are not going to use the method of entering manually, but we are going to use the method of mapping. So what is mapping? Mapping is inserting data from previous step. That is, we will be using the response which we have received through Knorish to enter the details in these fields. Why? Because we want that whenever this workflow will run in real time, then automatically the field should be replaced with the new data and the workflow should not get stuck. And if we will map the data, we will not have to do anything manually, but it will be done automatically. But if we will enter the details manually, then the workflow will get stuck and will not continue. So therefore, mapping is very important step of this automation. Now let's map the data. First of all, it is asking us for the email. So let's select the previous step, that is Knorish. So we just have to click on it, and then we have to search for the email. So here we can find that email is given over here. So let's click on it and it is mapped. Now the next, it is asking us for the name. So let's map the name also, and we can ignore the field of password because it is optional. And now let us enter source also, because we are creating this new user from the response which we have received through Knorish. So I am giving the source as Knorish. Now let's click on save and send test request, and we have received the response here. Now let's go back to Teachable and check whether a new user is created over there or not. So here from the user section, we can find that yes, a new user is recently created over here a few seconds ago with the same details which we have received through Knorish response, okay? That means our workflow is successful up till here. Now let's move on to the next step of this workflow, which is adding one more action, because we also want to create a new contact in HubSpot by using the same details. So let's click on this plus sign in order to add one more action step. And now we have to select our action application, which is HubSpot CRM. Click on it, and now for the action event, we will select create a contact. Click on connect, and let's click on add new connection and connect with HubSpot CRM. Select the account and click on choose account. And here we can find that automatically my HubSpot CRM account is connected with Pabbly Connect. Why? Because I was already logged into my HubSpot account. So you also have to keep in mind always to log into your HubSpot account before making a connection with Pabbly Connect, because this makes the connection easier and simple. Okay, let's move on, and now we have to enter the details which it is asking. So I have not received some of the details which is given over here, so I can ignore them because they are optional. Directly I will come on the email. So let's map the email from our previous step. And now the first name. Now here, because it is asking us for the first and the last name separately, and we have not received the response in the separated field, so for that we will add one more action step here in between by clicking on the plus sign, and that will be basically a feature of Pabbly, that is text formatter. So let's click on split text. And our action event here is split text. Let's click on connect. And what we are supposed to do, we have to split the text, that is the name, because we wanted the name in the separated fields as the first name and the last names. So what we have to do, we have to enter the text which we want to split. So we will map the data. We have received this name in the full format. Let's select it. It is mapped. And now we have to enter the separator. So we want to add a space between the two names. Okay. So what is separator? Separator is the thing which we want to add between the text. So we want to add a space. So it is given over here that if we want to use the space, then we have to use this format. So simply we will copy it and we will paste it over here. And then in the segment index, we will select all because we want the first name and the last name also. So let's click on save and send test request, and our name is split over here. Now let's again go on HubSpot CRM, and then we have to click on connect because we have added one more step in between. And let's go on with the existing connection. Click on save, and now we will map the details. So the email is already mapped. Let's enter the first name by using the previous step, that is the text formatter. So let's enter the first name and the last name. So basically we have to enter the email here in this field, which is email. Okay, so we will map the email here in this field by using the previous step. Mobile number, so let's map the phone number also. And at last, I think this much detail is okay for creating a new contact. So let's simply click on save and send test request. So here we can find that we have received the response along with a new ID of the contact which is recently created in HubSpot. So let's go back to HubSpot and check whether we have received the response there or not in the form of a new contact. So this is my HubSpot account, and here from the top we have to select contacts. Click on contacts, and yes, we can find that a new contact is created over here with the name as demo user. So that means our workflow is perfectly successful. And let's go back to Pabbly Connect and summarize what we have done in this workflow. So basically we have taken 4 steps here: trigger and 3 actions. So in trigger we have taken Knorish, and in action we have taken Teachable, text formatter by Pabbly, and HubSpot CRM. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever a new course will be purchased in Knorish, automatically by using the details of the same person who have purchased the course, a new Teachable user will be created. And at last, by using the same details, a new contact will also be created in HubSpot CRM. And in between we have used text formatter in order to split the name which we have received in the combined format. Okay, so these were the steps which we have to use in order to integrate all of them by using Pabbly Connect. And this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can easily integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can easily email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can easily reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you are having any pricing related issue with Pabbly Connect, you can easily reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to learn more such automation.